The scientific paper on the DNA analysis of the 4,500-year-old skeleton from Rakhigarhi claims that there was no Aryan migration. Subsequently, some scholars argue that Aryans originated in India and from here traveled to the rest of the world. They also assert that the alternative term denoting the Indus Valley Civilization should be the Vedic Saraswati Civilization. The study titled, An Ancient Harappan Genome Lacks Ancestry from Steppe Pastoralists or Iranian Farmers, examined the DNA of the skeletal remains of an individual in Rakhigarhi, dating back to around 2500 BCE, which was part of the Indus Valley Civilization. The study of DNA samples of the skeletons has found no traces of the R1A1 gene or Central Asian steppe genes, loosely termed the Aryan gene. Following the publication of this research paper, many institutions claimed that the Indus Valley Civilization is a part of the Vedic age. Archaeologists are of the opinion that the time of Harappa culture is 3500 to 2200 BCE, and the time of Vedic culture is 1500 to 1000 BCE. The Harappa civilization was more ancient than the Vedic civilization. The Harappan was a leading urban civilization, having substantial trade contacts with other urban civilizations of its time. In the Indus civilization, people used to build planned houses of backed bricks. Aryan culture was rural, and there is almost complete absence of towns in the Rig Veda era. The milieu of the Rig Veda is pastoral, with many of its verses focusing on how the gods helped the Aryans in their battles with other pastoral tribes and in acquiring cattle wealth. The horse is the primary animal in Vedic literature. Excavations at hundreds of archaeological sites in the Indus Valley Civilization have uncovered many terracotta seals of bulls, tigers, elephants, and even a one-horned fictional animal with the body of a bull and the head of a deer. But there is no picture of a horse. The earliest horse fossils in the Indian subcontinent, found in the Swat Valley of present-day Pakistan, date around 1500 BC. Resolving the Saraswati River mystery is another key to understanding the Harappan and Vedic geographies. Scholars suggested that the name Saraswati could have been derived from Harakshvati, a major river located in eastern Afghanistan. The early generation of Rig Veda authors may have lived on its banks before migrating to the Gangetic Plain. The Indus Valley Civilization seals show that they had a written language. The writing has not yet been deciphered, as it bears no resemblance to any modern language. But it is certain that there was written language. In the early days of Vedic civilization, the verses of the Vedas were propagated and preserved through Shruti and Smriti. If Indus civilization were to be a part of the Vedic culture, then the language written by the authors of the Rigveda is supposed to be a continuation of the written language of the Harappan. But the ancient language closest to Vedic Sanskrit is that of the Avesta, the religious text of the Zoroastrians. Many words are shared by Indo-European languages, one of which is the term for horse, which is Asva in Sanskrit, Aspa in Old Iranian and Asva in Lithuanian. The ancestor languages of Sanskrit, from Proto-Indo-European to Indo-Iranian, were spoken outside the subcontinent and probably came to India during the declining years of the Harappan civilization. The inescapable conclusion is that the Indus Valley flowered before the Vedas were composed.